entrance into the 2015 Summers Woodworking Birdhouse Contest. It's an angry birdhouse. So, if you want to see how I made it, stick around.
So I made this project out of 3/4 inch pine. Right here I'm drawing an 8-inch circle for the middle of the sphere, and then I stepped the inner circle in by a 1/2 inch and just a 1/2 inch for every section thereafter. I ended up cutting out 4 complete sections on the bandsaw and using the inner circles as the outer of the bird. So after I had everything cut out on the bandsaw, I had to fix the little slot where I cut the inner diameter out. So glued it up, clamped it, and left it for about an hour to dry. Here's just the setup of the basic shape. And the hardest thing to do was try to figure out a way for this to become a sphere, so I went to YouTube and tried to look up Izzy Swan's circle making jig. I did the glue up in 2 separate halves, and then once the glue had dried on the 2 separate halves, then I did the final glue up, and it looked kind of like a beehive. My attempt at making Izzy Swan's sphere making jig did not work out well.
Alright, so full disclosure. My jig that I made, I probably set it up wrong. It's probably just the way that I did the machine. Didn't work out so well for me. I took out way too much material in some spots, and the lathe was not an option for me. So I'm going to try to salvage this workpiece by using some wood filler. Let's see if it works out.
So after a little bit of wood filler, I grabbed my angle grinder and gave it a little bit of a sand to see if I could get some of the imperfections out.
Well guys, after about 3 hours with the sander, this is what I got. This is the shape. And it's gonna have to do. So, let's see if I can salvage the rest of this project. So just got back from Woodworkers in America. Kyle Toth gave me an idea on how to salvage this piece. He said, use some Bondo, so I'm gonna mix this up, try to fix all the imperfections, and I'll be right back with you. Now we'll cut out the beak.
Once I had the beak all cut out, roughed out on the bandsaw, I took a Dremel and gave it a little bit of detail.
Bark, 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 bark.
I painted the beak off camera and drilled a hole to accept the perch. Then I took a 1 1/4 inch Forstner bit and drilled through the top plate into the hollow cavity below. So I tried just to freehand the face, and it didn't turn out so well. So later I went back and cut a stencil on the bandsaw and repainted the face. It turned out just like this.
I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Well guys, this project was a pretty big headache. It was a fun build. I learned a lot. So thanks to everybody that gave me some suggestions on how to finish this guy up. I do appreciate it. it's gonna be a happy place for some happy birds. Red here made a pretty big mess in the shop, so I'm gonna get to cleaning it up. We'll see you next week with another project video.